The focus on the May elections is coming up in just a second, but first we're going to talk about the beautiful, hopefully it'll be like this on the day we have the May elections.
Oh, yeah.
Let's hope so. Yeah, these blue skies are fantastic. It's been a great stretch. We've had really cool mornings and nice afternoons, nothing to complain about. And take a look at this picture and just soak it in. It's so nice. Garner State Park. That's the sunset at the Frio River. Boy, what I wouldn't do to be there right now. That sounds nice. Beautiful shot. We appreciate it as always. You can send those pictures into our KSAT Connect via the KSAT weather app or the KSAT app. Very serene. And as we look at visibility and the satellite, we had some fog earlier. That's obviously gone. In fact, we've lost all cloud cover here. So it is mostly sunny, and that's what we're going to be dealing with most of today. 79 at 2 o'clock, 80 at 3 p.m., 81 4 o'clock. And that's our high. 79 at 6 p.m., 78 7 p.m., and down to 76 at 8 p.m. Now, as we get into tonight, you're going to start to see clouds increasing. So too will the dew point and the moisture. So by tomorrow morning, we'll start off with clouds, maybe some fog too, something we'll be tracking. And then a cold front comes in on Saturday and brings some changes. We'll talk more about what that means for your weekend forecast. Plus the drop monitor, we got to show you that too after last week's rain. That's coming up in just a couple minutes, guys.
Thank you, Justin. Now let's talk about the focus on the May elections because it's starting to get a little sharper as those elections get closer. The mayor's office and all 10 city council seats are on the May 6th ballot, but it is Proposition A that's expected to be the real draw for San Antonio voters.
The proposed change to the city charter covers marijuana, abortion, chokeholds, and cite and release. Garrett Berger takes us through it all.
Would you like to sign a petition to get the decriminalization of marijuana on the ballot so people aren't arrested for possessing low-level amounts?
Oh, yeah.
More than 20,000 verified signatures got the so-called San Antonio Justice Charter onto the May ballot as Proposition A. At first, the push was largely dominated by talk of decriminalizing marijuana. Prop A would attempt to prevent arrests or citations in most cases for possessing less than 4 ounces of pot, and would keep police from using its smell as probable cause for a search. 6 other Texas cities have passed similar initiatives, but they've split on whether or not they've actually followed through. Prop A also appears to be the first attempt in the state to decriminalize abortion with a local ballot initiative. It would largely prohibit police from investigating abortion crimes and forbid the city from gathering information on any abortions or passing that info on to other government agencies, apart from what's required in state or federal law. One of the most controversial parts of the proposition is the expansion of cite and release. The city already has a program that allows officers to cite people for certain misdemeanors instead of arresting them. They'd still face a charge, but the DA's office then decides whether to let the cited person into a diversion program that could keep the offense off their record. Although prosecutors can also decide to charge them as normal through the court system. The SAPD's cite and release program includes most of the things allowed under state law, except graffiti and thefts from individuals. So pot possession, vandalism worth up to $750, or theft from a store for the same amount already might not result in an arrest. But officers now have some discretion whether to cite or arrest someone, whereas Prop A would require they cite people in most cases. That includes for graffiti. The mandate also extends to Class C misdemeanors except public intoxication. Those are the lowest level crimes that officers already typically just issue citations for. Prop A also tackles some other existing issues. SAPD policy bans chokeholds and no-knock warrants, but supporters want them put in stone in the city charter. They also want a new position called the Justice Director, who would essentially serve as a full-time policy analyst for city issues related to policing. They would have to submit reports ahead of key policy decisions and could not be a former cop. You can read more about what Prop A includes and its full language on our website, KSAT12.
And once again, that was Garrett Berger reporting for us.
Garrett also did a Q&A after his story yesterday where he talked about the police union's response to Prop A and what some of the sticking points for opponents of the cite and release program are. You can watch that on KSAT.com.
A bill meant to legalize the use of fentanyl testing strips is moving through the state capitol this legislative session. Advocates across San Antonio are becoming more vocal in support of inexpensive test strips that could detect if a drug contains fentanyl. The CDC says fentanyl kills tens of thousands of people a year, and those strips are actually illegal in Texas right now, so we're waiting to see what lawmakers decide in Austin.
It's very sad because they know that they could die every time they use.
A hot zone map with data from December 2022 compiled by the San Antonio Fire Department shows the impact of overdoses is citywide. Corazon Ministry says reports from their clients tell them fentanyl-laced drugs are in our community. A small amount of the synthetic opioid can be deadly. Many unsuspecting users have died from taking it. The House strongly supported House Bill 362, and now it goes to the Senate for a vote.
Today is the 13th. That means you only have 5 days to file your taxes by the April 18th deadline. If you launched a side hustle last year or began freelancing, filing your taxes may present new challenges. Being your own boss can come with perks, but it also comes with a self-employment tax. The 15.3% self-employment tax includes your Social Security and Medicare taxes, and it's on top of federal and state income taxes. If you work for yourself, IRS spokesman Luis Garcia says consider paying your estimated taxes quarterly using a 1040 ES form.
If you let it get bigger and bigger and build up to a huge bill, that's where you run into trouble.
Tax deductions like office supplies, the internet, and phone bills are benefits for the self-employed, but they don't apply if you work remotely for a company. And avoid audit red flags like taking big deductions for meals, travel, and entertainment, and be sure all deductions are backed up with well-documented receipts.
Some positive economic news. U.S. annual inflation has fallen to the lowest level since May of 2021. A new report released yesterday found U.S. consumer prices are continuing to cool down. It shows consumer prices rose in March by 5% year over year, and that is down from 6% in February. And it marks the 9th straight month of slowing inflation. But economists say the real challenge for consumers is that the rate is still a long way away from the Federal Reserve's target, which could signal more action from the Fed.
That's why the debate around the Fed is about, well, how long time is it now going to take before we will get inflation all the way down to that 2% target?
And the latest report is adding to the debate around what the Fed will do at their next meeting, either pause interest rate hikes or increase them to further cool down the overheated economy.
Still ahead, why people in North Dakota are racing against Mother Nature to get 200,000 sandbags filled.
Plus, Fiesta is just 1 week away, why you may want to consider taking the bus to downtown this year instead of finding some parking for yourself.
But first, the limits the Biden administration is proposing when it comes to auto pollution.
These are your top headlines from Cheddar News. The Biden administration is proposing stiff new automobile pollution limits that will require up to 2/3 of new vehicles sold in the U.S. to be electric by 2032. The proposed regulation would set tailpipe emissions limits for 2027 through 2032 model years, and that is the strictest ever imposed. The nation's largest bank is calling senior managers back to the office. JP Morgan Chase issued a memo saying that the top brass needs to be visible and available to meet with clients. Wall Street giants, well, they have been some of the most vocal proponents of demanding workers return to the office full time. And we know that Prince Harry will attend the coronation of his father, King Charles III. Buckingham Palace announced Wednesday that the Duke of Sussex will be attending the event alone, and his wife, Meghan Markle, will stay back in California. And that's your Cheddar News Update. I'm Shannon Lanier in New York.
In North Dakota, people are working feverishly to fill sandbags ahead of expected flooding. The rapidly melting snowpack causing rivers to overflow, so volunteers are filling sandbags to try and hold it back. As of yesterday afternoon, there were approximately 60,000 sandbags filled. Their goal is to get 200,000 bags filled to protect the city of Fargo and other surrounding cities.
The governor in Wisconsin declaring a state of emergency due to elevated wildfire conditions across the state. The Jack Pine fire began yesterday afternoon about 130 miles northwest of Milwaukee. It has reportedly burned around 100 acres and several structures. Right now, it is unclear what caused the fire. Authorities are asking residents to comply with voluntary evacuation notices. So far, no injuries have been reported.
A powerful tropical cyclone bearing down on Australia right now. Ilsa has winds of 121 miles an hour, which is as strong as a Category 3 hurricane. The cyclone is expected to strengthen to the equivalent of a Category 4 hurricane before making landfall tonight. No worry for hurricanes in the U.S. Our season doesn't start until June 1st. But I think I looked at the radar, and because it's, correct me if I'm wrong, because it's south of the equator, it spins the other way, right?
Correct. Yes, correct.
Thank you.
Well done, Dave. Well done. Yes, we go outside for you right now. We've got blue skies here, so nothing to worry about. 71 so far the high, 80 is the average high. So we'll be right at about average again today. The record is 100 set back in 1982. That was a great year, by the way. We're nowhere near triple digits coming up. Good news there as well. We take a look at the 7-day forecast and get you set for your weekend coming up.
Fiesta is officially 1 week away. As exciting as it is, we also need to remember that our downtown streets are full of detour signs and construction crews.
Yeah, all that construction and confusion around South Alamo and La Villita will be on pause, just for Fiesta, though. That is according to the Director of Public Works. VIA recommends taking the bus through Park and Ride. VIA Park and Ride tickets are cheaper this year, $1.30 each way, and riders can even get a VIA Fiesta medal for riding. Lorraine Bolito with VIA says Park and Ride will save people time and money.
Not only is it difficult to find parking, but then when you do, it can totally be out of your spending range. You'd rather use that money for a chicken on the stick, wouldn't you?
Of course. We have a link to several downtown road closures and more on VIA Park and Ride on our website, KSAT12. See, she went right there. She went right to the chicken on a stick thing.
Yeah, now we're hungry.
Yeah.
Don't forget, we are also offering tickets to our parade viewing party for the Battle of Flowers. You can head to KSAT.com for more information on how to get your hands on a ticket, and there are still a lot of them left to claim. You can also read more about what's included in your ticket purchase, including great seats, 2 tacos and a drink, private restrooms, and access to a cash bar.
We also have our KSAT Insider sweepstakes going on to be a royal for the day. One lucky winner, along with 3 guests, will get to ride on a private float during the Battle of Flowers parade. You have until next Thursday to put your name in for the drawing for that. And we also will be out at the Pearl this Saturday from 9 in the morning till 3 in the afternoon to get people signed up. So make sure that you join our KSAT Insider membership and sign up for this very, very unique experience.
You have your outfit ready?
For Fiesta, you know what? Yeah, I got the shirt and ready to go.
I'm excited. Yeah. Colorful this year?
I'm trying to be.
Okay.
Gotta be.
Yeah.
Gotta be. Fiesta, right?
The vibrant colors and all that energy, Fiesta, that's what it's about.
Let's just hope that temperatures cooperate. I was thinking about
what?
Okay, well, we don't know
question
yet.
In there.
I mean, we're getting a little bit closer to getting a Fiesta forecast, but it's a little early yet. Okay, last year was perfect, so it's going to be hard to beat that. Hey, the drought monitor is in, and we want to compare last week to this week because, of course, we got the rain last week, some good soaking rains. You'll notice we had the exceptional drought for parts of the year. So let's fast forward to this week. This is the new one. We ate away at that a little bit, but not much. Not as much as I would have liked to see. So we're still in an exceptional drought, San Antonio and across the hill country. But what we did do is erase drought across some of our southeastern counties. If you remember with that rain event, we got somewhere around 7 to 8 inches of rain down there in Karnes County. So that completely eliminated the drought there. Wasn't as much here in San Antonio, and as a result, we are still in need of rainfall. There is some in the forecast. Not a lot, but some. 74 at Stinson, 73 Kelly, 71 at Randolph, and at the airport, southwesterly winds right now. Here's a look at forecast highs today. I think around 81 here in town, 70s in the hill country, and then some mid-80s. Should go south, but it's generally a dry heat today. It's not until tonight that humidity starts to really increase and we see it jump up into the 60s, dew points that we're talking about here, and then close to 70 by Saturday morning. So that's kind of our humid window because by Saturday afternoon, dry air comes right back in. And Sunday it will be very nice, low humidity and comfortable temperatures once again, thanks to a front. So as we look at the satellite picture, there are some clouds out there at this hour, not many. It'll be mostly sunny today. Notice though we've got some high clouds there just on the edge of your screen. Those will work through this evening. again, not a big deal. Most of the active weather here is well east of us. This low that has been spinning, it's rather impressive, producing some heavy rain across parts of Mississippi and then some really strong storms there across parts of Georgia. Tornado watch box in place there. And then yesterday there was a ton of rain across South Florida. This is pretty incredible. So as we look at the rainfall totals from yesterday over the last 24 hours, you see that little bullseye right there? That's Fort Lauderdale. They picked up over 25 inches in 24 hours. That is an incredible event, once in a maybe 500-year event, really, honestly, maybe even worse than that. Did a lot of flooding, as you saw earlier. So they're getting a chance to dry out a little bit today there. That's good news for them. Our forecast calls for, again, a few clouds later this afternoon. Tomorrow morning, you wake up to clouds, maybe some fog, and then some sun during the afternoon. There is a very, very small chance of a stray storm out west tomorrow. Then as we get into Saturday, clouds again to start, but clearing by the afternoon. Dry air starts to move in. And then there is an outside chance of a storm or two developing east and northeast of San Antonio. 20% chance. That quickly moves east by Saturday evening, and then cooler, drier air moves in and it turns breezy on Sunday. So here it is in the 7-day forecast. 82 tomorrow, 92 though on Saturday. Saturday is going to be a hot day. There's that 20% chance of a storm generally east of town, and then windy and cooler on Sunday, 79. Another small chance of rain shows up Tuesday and Wednesday, guys.
Thanks, Justin.
Coming up after the break, the steps one author took to help tell the story that is much deeper of a tragic murder-suicide involving 6 Texas children. The San Antonio Book Festival is happening in just 2 days, and we are taking a look at some of the authors who will be there.
Today, we hear from one author who took the time to research a big national story back in 2018 and tells a deeper side of it. Garrett Berger has the story.
Roxana Asgharian is a journalist who says she recognized the need for deeper research after 6 kids from a Texas family all died in a fiery crash.
So it was a murder-suicide that covered headlines nationally, but a lot of people did not focus on the child welfare system and its role in the tragedy, and also the birth families and where the children came from.
The crash Asgharian is talking about involved the Hart family, Jennifer and Sarah Hart, and their adopted children of 6 black kids from 2 Texas families. In 2018, they drove their car off a cliff in California, killing all the children. Asgharian spent 5 years researching how these kids made it out of foster care to be adopted by the Harts when they shouldn't have been.
My goal was for it to read really quickly and, and people to learn stuff, but without feeling like they're doing homework.
You can hear directly from Asgharian on the research she did for her book. It will be her first time at the San Antonio Book Festival, and she says she's excited to speak with fellow Texans.
The book that I wrote has so much to do with Texas, so I'm really excited to specifically talk to a lot of Texas audiences about the book.
The book festival is this Saturday at the Central Library and UTSA Southwest Campus. For more information, head to KSAT12. Garrett Berger, KSAT12 News.
So here's a quick reminder about the San Antonio Book Festival. It's happening this Saturday, April 15th. The festival starts at 9 a.m. and goes till 5 p.m. at the Central Library and UTSA Southwest Campus in downtown San Antonio. It's a free, family-friendly event that draws thousands of festival goers downtown for a day full of author presentations, panel discussions, book sales, signings, and so much more.
And happening right now, a job fair underway for San Antonio area veterans at Joint Base San Antonio inside the Sam Houston Community Center. It started at 11 o'clock this morning. It'll go through 3 this afternoon. Employers such as USAA, Boeing, Tesla, many more will be on site. Registration is free and available online at recruitmilitary.com. That's also where you can find more information about the event.
There is also a Lunch at La Villita event happening right now. On the second Thursday of each month, La Villita hosts several different food trucks, including food from La Villita Cafe and Guadalajara Grill. The event started at 11 this morning and will go until 2 p.m. There will also be boutiques and art galleries in the area. You can find out more information on SATX Food Trucks on Instagram.
And speaking of food, what do you want to bet Mike and Jen have some food available today on SA Live?
We have food, we have cocktails, also we have medals. Fiesta doesn't officially start for another week, but guess what? It has started now because it is the first day of the medal giveaway, and Jen's got them all. Jen, where are you?
That's right. Look at here it is, our SA Live 2023 Fiesta Medal. Today's the big day, right, for the giveaway. Can you tell where I'm at? Mike, I'll give you a hint. We're going to the grocery store. What's another word for going to the grocery store?
The market.
That's the hint right there.
Okay. Market.
You're getting close. That's all I'm going to give you. That's all I'm going to give you.
Okay.
That's where we're at, Mike.
That
Back to
looks
you.
familiar behind you. And by the way, how do you wear your medals? We're going to ask you about that. Speaking of medals, this gentleman needs one. Carl and Williams from Twang. Twang, it's all about Fiesta, right?
Absolutely. It is where flavor meets fun here at Fiesta.
And we're going to be making some really fun and beautiful Fiesta cocktails. Plus, we're going to chat with a local musician who is on American Idol. And yeah, he is very excited out there in tropical Hawaii. That and a whole lot more coming up.